So beautiful. Now it's 7:05 now, so I wanted to go for a swim, but we'll soon see. I woke up at 3 o'clock and, thought I'd watch a couple of things and then get going, but then the rain started not pouring, but I saw the rain going and I wasn't sure if it was going to pick up. It was spitting for a while, but then it stopped and I walked up here 900 meters away from where I stay. So walking it means I'll be here in it'll be 10 minutes. Basically walked out where I stayed, walked like 1 minute down the road, stopped, pushed this on and started recording. So this is what I'm like when I'm walking by myself on a walk. And I never used, I used to talk things through to myself and then come up with answers, which is another reason why I felt emotionally connected to these walkways and to the walkways that I used to walk. Like if I wanted to go to Taradale, I wanted to go to Flaxmere or other parts of Hastings, or even just around Roureka where I stayed, or Mahora, depending what time. Or if I went to Havelock, I had my go-to spots. And I would be walking and talking just like this. And then I would come up with a solution. I would apply the solution and either it would immediately solve the problem. Hang on, guys. It will either immediately solve the problem fully, or the problem would be solved, but then another problem would come as a bout of that. And then I would think and have a discussion with that person or people. And if that wasn't being dealt with, another discussion, I might have another discussion with them, and if we still haven't figured it out, discussion, like to talk, conversation, and try and work things out. And if that was still the case, and it was obviously they're worth working things out with because you've been friends with them for a number of months or a couple of years or something, or family, I would go to that same walk spot and walk that place again and come up with more answers and my understandings of it and other things that would really help as I was moving. And I'd be talking to myself like this, or I'll be talking with the person I'm trying to resolve things with like this. So my parents always told me to shut up because I always went on a tangent, which is why I started naming them going off on a tangent. Ooh, But that's okay, I'm talking to whoever's supposed to be a blessing. I just know that they're listening, but that's alright. What was we talking about? Oh yeah, that's right, being connected to the place. But here, the emptiness machine, I'm like, well, maybe I saw the emptiness and I was like, you know what, physically attracted to these women, but within 2 conversations, you're just like, nah, because of the fact they were talking about their mates to me. And then by the end of the second, sometimes even the first conversation, they're trying to convince you that what they believe is right. And sometimes you agreed with them, and sometimes you're just open to their opinion and you didn't mind it, But they wouldn't let you have yours because they just had to be right about everything. And I'm not saying all females are like that, but women that I could have got with these women was what I'm saying. I could have had a lot more girlfriends in my 20s, but the ones that were giving me the attention in which I shut down in the ways I just said, were those type of women. So I guess that I would have been living in the emptiness machine if I had have taken them on as my partners. Things are a lot wetter because of the rain. Other times it might be raining, but It's still like, it might have rained and then it was like midday or 3 in the afternoon, but it's now 7 p.m. So again, it only takes me like 15 minutes to walk down from once I get here, then go back up and head back to where I stay. And if the sun's still up, I've already got my bag packed for the swim as well as the gym, because just taking it easy, but at the same time staying on track, you know. Work's still paying the amount of hours they have to pay me, but they keep putting off this disciplinary meeting, and I'm taking that as a positive, because they mustn't be finding anything to discipline me over. I've had others tell me don't worry, and I've had others tell me I'm just being positive, meaning they're at work, you know. We'll just get it over and done with and you'll be fine. And I'm going to leave it at that, not to say any more. Again, look at this, see? Anyhow, sometimes, you know, I don't listen to the same recordings again just to finally get it through. And sometimes it's just a comfort, because you're making the right decisions, but this is in regards to other things. You know you're making the right decisions, but no one supports you, so you resort to that recording that you used to listen to as comfort. Doesn't mean that you weren't going to make that decision or already haven't made the decision and taken the action, but it's still nice to have some comfort if you don't have people supporting you in regards to those decisions, and you know that you're doing the right thing, or you're doing what you truly believe is the right thing, and you have favoured recordings from places like, again, I don't say it to get recognition because I'm born to be a singer. People react to that, as you guys can see. But, you know, channels like Terry Joel Jr., other things like Orion Kelly, even, yep. Other channels. Yep, there's a number of others, even old Hunter Salazar. That's what I said. That's why I said what I said the previous recording, because I rewatched my recording I made 2 days ago, and I realised it could have come off offensive, so I thought I would straighten that out. And I have a variety of other channels that I listen to too, but I've also got audiobooks and physical books that I go to for comfort when no one supports me in my decisions, but I truly believe it's the right thing to do, and people have evidence that the same decisions I was making worked out for them. You know, the Apocrypha, the Bible, Rosetta Poetica, all that type of thing. Today I was listening to Forrest Gump and got reminded that you know how that Jenny Curran actually had black hair. She had black hair. The woman, and you know how she got a blonde one she's blonde in the movie, but it even makes sense. But Forrest actually ends up with a woman that was like in her early 20s, and he's, you know, and she ends up raising Forrest with her, and other things like that, you know. So he ends up with her, and her name's Gretchen. Yeah, there's other things I could say. I'm going to leave it at that. See you.